Hello, we're here to do a Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine mutual energy check. Thank you for joining us, and if you're new or returning, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. It does help the channel grow as well as helps me pick up on the energy. We're going to go ahead and get started on some oracle cards for the counterparts. For masculine, we have seedling. That's that budding, sprouting, growing energy. I'm going to push this back for a little bit. I'm using the larger deck today. So we need a little space, right? Oh, sorry. I didn't want to do that. We have seedling, growing, sprouting, budding. It's not the strongest. It's not the tallest. But it is just in that beginning growth stage. It's enough to see results. Mutual energy. Third eye, you guys are both using your intuition, being stable, being grounded, being balanced and centered. That is that meditation pose here. The third eye, that's that intuitive hit in the middle. Seeing the unseen. Did that make sense? Seeing the unseen. And for feminine, I'm getting on a little bit reflective. Mirror tried to come out. Ooh, there we go. Consulting spirit guides, opening up to her spirit guides. Sorry. Okay, 29 is 11, 4, and 3. Okay. A lot of blue energy. Surrounded by angels. Protected by angels. Guided by angels. Let's get some cards and see what's going on. All right, masculine, let's talk about it. Blue. Let me see something real quick before we get started. And that's so crazy because I started a reading, got interrupted, and I'm just now coming back to it. But when I stopped it, I was approaching a window and it was this indigo, almost royal blue bird in my backyard. And then as soon as I saw it, it took off. But it was like, it was there long enough for me to see it and acknowledge it. And then it left. Let me see. The color blue represents both the sky and the sea and is associated with open spaces, freedom, intuition, imagination, inspiration, and sensitivity. Blue also represents meanings of depth, trust, loyalty, sincerity, wisdom, confidence, stability, faith, and intelligence. Third eye, spirit guides, seedling. That's growth, that's stability. Okay. Let's talk about it, masculine. That's just an additional message since blue seems to be the theme today, right? Let's talk about it. Masculine, how are we feeling today? It's Pentacles, fresh start, new beginning. Whoa. Okay. Stay on the table. Don't make me have to get on the floor. Fresh start, new beginning. 3 of Swords. Oh, wow. Well, that makes sense. A fresh start, a new beginning in love, right? Seedlings, budding, growth, expansion, love, care, abundance, an overflowing amount of love and care, right? We say sensitivity too. Three of Swords in reverse, coming out of that heartbreak and sorrow. It's in reverse. Princess of Cups, maybe even enjoying what he's creating, enjoying his design. All right, masculine. Fresh start, new beginning, Ace of Cups. Valor. It's the standing up and fighting for, protesting. Maybe even protesting or fighting against the mother energy, but we also have the message of standing up and fighting for that care, that nurturing, that growth, that growth ability, fighting for what he is growing, protecting what he is growing. We have the Six of Swords, the moving on the calmer waters, right? Trying to nurture, trying to expand on it. Six of Swords, moving away from calmer waters, moving, shifting that energy from the snake that was coiled around his heart. Moving away from worry, moving away from lack mentality, shifting that energy. There's something growing here, because even we have the Prince of Dis, that is the dependable one, the stable one, showing up early, ending the day, so that he may be investing a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of his dedication and hard work. Because even with this Princess of Cups, we're enjoying what we're designing. There is even a celebration about the design. Look at the champagne glass. There's growth here. There's growth potential. We have some pentacles out there. There's stability. Didn't we say that? Open spaces, freedom, intuition, imagination, inspiration, depth, trust, loyalty, sincerity, wisdom, confidence, stability, faith, and intelligence. That's the Prince of Dis. He's intelligent enough to do his job. He is stable enough to show up at the crack of dawn, showing up to do the job and staying late. Look at him. He's took off his tie. He's been there all night. It's dark in there. Lights are off. Leaving. Finally putting in a whole day's worth of work. So things are growing. Things are expanding. He is trying to get some growth happening. He is coming out of heartbreak. Opening up the spirit guides, however. Feminine is opening up to that, following what she is led to do, guided to do. And then we have Hermit, being standoffish, more trying to get some inner wisdom, being alone, but still nurturing, still caring, opening up, lending an ear, a listening ear. She's still open emotionally. That's the therapist. Feminine. Hidden energy. Things are hidden underneath. Hiding something that is weighing her down. Ten of Wands. Things are hidden underneath the surface, right? There's some type of heavy energy, and that may be the energy that she is portraying at this point. Carrying some type of burden, right? maybe not even speaking on it, not talking about it, just following her intuition emotionally. She's having presentations of love with the seducer. She is maybe giving presentation of love and following her intuition. So she's kind of showing love, but somewhere underneath there's her being standoffish, hiding things underneath, feeling weighed down. But she's still presenting love and moving in silence. She's lending a listening ear. Okay, feminine, what are we doing here? Let's see. There's some fears. There's some anxieties. Maybe even appearing as fearful. But it's like she's opening up to her spirit guides, which that is, we'll see what's going on. Maybe what's going on, because we got a lot of, there's some things building. She's building. So it's like she has inner wisdom. She's still being open and emotionally available. She's keeping secrets, feeling weighed down, kind of burdened, feeling oppressed by what's hidden underneath. She's still presenting love, moving in silence, knowing some things, but there's some fears on what she's building. Okay. Scared, making the judgment call to heal, to put, and even call a truce, put an end to some things. Maybe even some healing, put a rest to some things, put some things to rest, making a judgment call or revisiting a healing period. Maybe a fear of doing that. She's being logical, doing a head over heart decision for long-term stability and success. Going after what she wants to build. Making a decision to balance the scales. So it's kind of like she's opening up to what she's being nudged to do. Some of the energies which I'm having, it's for stability. It is for balance. It is for further growth and progress. I'm feeling making a judgment call, using intuition, moving in silence, because all of this, the hermit, the moon, the high priestess, none of that is exposed. None of that is loud and spoken word of a situation. None of that is, it's a lot of internal being withdrawn inside. I don't know how to explain that. It's just inside. She's listening to her spirit guide. She's opening up to that. She's being logical. She's thinking clearly. What's a third eye? Seven of Swords, following intuition, sneaking, plotting, planning. Let's see here. Futility. About what? Not missing an opportunity, accepting something. Not being wasteful, not being bored, discontent. It's actually an acceptance of something, even taking advantage of something. Let's see here. What else do we have? Choosing a direction, how to turn things around. So you guys are using your intuition on how to shift things in your favor. Choosing a direction, taking action in a certain way. So the Two of Wands, we always say at a crossroads, right? Crossroads doesn't always apply to a situation. So it's like, say you're in the kitchen. I'm going to use cooking as an example. Say you're in the kitchen and you got chicken and you got beef. What are you going to cook? The wands would be the cooking. So what are you going to cook? What action are you going to take to turn things around? You're following intuition. You're sneaking, plotting, planning to accept and take advantage of a situation and take action to shift things around. You're following your intuition, right? There you go. The devil energy, the toxicity, the control, the obsessive, controlling, narcissistic, egotistic type energy needs to be tempered. So you got the devil energy, you follow intuition, we gotta mellow that out. We gotta go with the flow. We can't have that control all the time. Mellow out. It's okay. Yeah, balance. Take a risk. Go after what you want. Okay, so this kind of came sideways. So it's kind of like the sneaking, plotting, planning energy, but still reciprocating, giving balance, success, equal give and take. You're taking a risk to do that. You're being the dancer, the princess of wands, the risque one, which tells me that taking action mutually somehow, some way is a risk for both. With the Queen of Wands here, we have going after your desires, the bulldog, the one that doesn't back down, the one that takes charge, takes ownership, and can hold her own. Queen of Wands, you know, is who that is. And then look at underneath the deck for the connection, the lovers, conflict, choices, and making choices in love through conflict, watching, observing, learning how to balance, how to weigh things out for your 10 of cups. So it's kind of like it's a learning lesson. It's a learning curve. You got to know when to let go of control and be like, hey, that's not going to work for me, so whatever. There's some things underneath the surface. I'm here. I'm still present. I'm still open emotionally. What's up? On masculine side, things are growing. Things are sprouting. Having a fresh start, new beginning. I'm carrying that weight of that pinnacle, that presentation of it, as well as that overflowing cup of love. Like, hey, this is what I have to offer. Let's get some clarifiers. It's a fight. You're standing up to nurture a situation. You're standing up for growth potential and abundance. We're moving on from doubt and worry to just being that dependable one. Like, hey, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I've been here since the morning. I'm here at night. I'm not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, having that energy of dependability and stability. We already said that's all what's being, getting obsessive thoughts now. But that's all about the blue. The blue that was presenting for each one of these oracle cards represents the beginning message of what blue stands for. And I knew there had to be some type of meaning because it was repetitive. It was across the board. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Fresh start, new beginning. But holding back from union, stability, coming together, from completing something, because I feel like it's not fully formed. Even with the seedling, you have growth potential. You have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a fresh start, new beginning, but it's the beginning. We don't need to rush into union. We don't need to hurry up and get there. And I understand that's the Four of Pentacles. Resistance 4-4. I would look that up, but that's going to be some more time, and I don't want to take away. Ace of Cups. Yeah. New beginning, love, stuck in his head, fearful. Need to balance that out. There's some obsessions, some thoughts, some controlling behaviors that need some temperance. So we're following our intuition. We're going for it, but we're not diving head first in it because it's still a resistance. It's still a holdback. Hermit, Moon, High Priestess, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords. It's a lot of thought processing. We have some oppression here. Coming out of Three of Swords, that's the Death card right here that flipped over. That's a transformation, putting it into some things. Coming out of that heartbreaking sorrow energy, that's the Three of Swords. Yep, transforming the connection, right? He's happy with what he's creating, like I said. Okay, so we're following along. Princess of Cups, what are we creating? So with the Knight of Swords and the Strength, taking action but still having self-control. It's the controlled action we're taking. We're moving forward. We're charging forward. We're communicating. We're swinging our sword and taking action, fighting the good fight, delivering, running in, ready to fight if we need to, and even communicating. But again, holding back. And it also tells me that there is some type of nonverbal communication, as well as a self-control level underneath, because the strength represents that wild energy, that uncontrollable energy, and putting a hold on it, restraining it somehow, restricting it, which goes back to the Four of Pentacles, which is holding back from coming together, right? There's a transformation going on in this connection, which is why he is able to come out of the heartbreak energy. We have the Eight of Swords. Repetitive thoughts are causing him fears, presenting a cup of love as well. However, having those fears behind it, those nervous energies. And I think a lot of that, we push ourselves too fast, and sometimes it gets us in that position where we do need to hold back because we are scared. We are stuck in our head, Seven of Wands. There we go. Holding back, protecting oneself, trying to make a decision. It's kind of continuing the process of making decisions, choosing directions. Which direction do we take? Devil energy, obsessive thoughts on going after their desires. So it's kind of like the thoughts of wanting and those desires, those urges, those burning feelings. It's making the decision. Maybe even blocking some of the growth potential here with the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Discs, because the Queen of Discs is growth potential, but we're still making a decision. Let's see. What? Queen of Discs. Maybe nurturing, caring, mothering energy. There's growth potential. There's somewhere deep inside, unable to make a decision, unable to think clearly. Maybe even the growth potential is unclear. I'm getting somewhere, somehow, a lack of discipline with that. Yeah. And having a tower moment. Inability to make a decision caused the tower moment. So that's a part of the fears, the anxieties, the repetitive thoughts. Moving on to calmer water, slowing things down and being independent and stable on his own. Five of Pentacles. Moving on to calmer waters and healing. Moving away from that lack mentality, that abandoned energy, feeling left out in the cold, and still showing up. Internally, we're moving on to calmer waters and healing. We're hopeful. We're wishing upon a star. We're having our wishes granted at this point. We're moving away from that. It's a shift. It's that transformation that we have to go through. A lot of us just look at things and be like, oh, well, it's not turning out how I want to. But we don't wait for the shift. We don't wait for things to grow, the seedling, the budding energy. We gotta wait for it. Sometimes we gotta be patient. Prince of this, Emperor in reverse, lack of control. Still showing up day and night, feeling out of control, feeling unstable. But he's still pushing forward. It's a wonderful thing, masculine. And I don't know if he's looking, I'm not getting a negative energy, but it's like still having his guard up, making a decision. Guard up, nurturing, right? Still being nurturing, still being caring, still being that mothering energy, but he's still having that guard up, protecting his energy, blocking things out, so and that could be a blockage, but it's also the energy of guards being put up to make a decision. One moment, I'm sorry, I gotta let the dog in. Apologies. But yeah, basically still pushing forward, still going through, because again, he feels the Two of Cups, the mutual connection of love. He's looking at things differently, from a different aspect. And again, he wants to nurture it. He wants or sees growth potential. Again, with the seedling, that budding energy. Let's clarify for feminine. Hermit. There it goes. Going within and patiently waiting, seeking inner wisdom, inner guidance, that light, that understanding. She's consulting with spirit guides. She's digging deep within, and I'm so sorry. Three of Wands, that's patience, waiting for your ships to come in. So it's kind of like she's waiting for masculine to get things together. Yeah, she's the therapist, Queen of Cups, listening ear, mother energy, nurturing, caring, sweet, following her intuition, emotionally following what she feels, opening up, right? But underneath, there's some things that are underneath that she sees clearly. Whatever is hidden underneath, she can see just fine. What's the moon? Clarify the moon, since we have it twice. Hidden energy. It's her Ten of Cups. I'm not even going to clarify that. What's the Ten of Wands? Page of Pentacles. That first step towards a fresh start, new beginning, taking a leap of faith, stepping towards making solid effort towards a leap of faith. She's moving forward. It's not like she's resisting anything. There's the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I'm getting that build up. She's just waiting. It's the energy of knowing that it's coming. Knight of Cups. King of Pentacles sideways, kind of stable, kind of not, but I'm going to turn it in the upright. Okay, so we got two more that came out. Tempering. There's more temperance, going with the flow for a fresh start, new beginning, getting on solid ground. It's like she didn't want to come in too hot. She's watching, she's observing, she's learning. That's that inner wisdom going deep within. And then the Three of Wands, being patient. We have to learn. We have to crawl before we walk. We cannot just take action towards anything. Being the Fool in reverse, which is reckless. The Fool in the upright is carefree. Doesn't carry much baggage, but The fool in reverse would come with reckless, doing things impulsively and not thinking about the results. It's a difference from being reckless and being carefree. Because being carefree doesn't mean that you don't have thought in the actions that you take. So keep that in mind. The High Priestess. That's too many. I can't take that. I don't even want to look at them. Let's see. High Priestess. Clarify the High Priestess. Yeah, she's moving forward. She's taking forward movement and action with control, direction, and purpose. Towards the Two of Cups, towards the relationship. What's the Nine of Swords about, though? Fearful about. There's some fearful. Balancing things out. Balancing things out is causing optimism. It's that first step towards that first action being taken, that spark of creativity. We gotta balance this out. We gotta nurture it. We gotta nurture it. So we're moving forward, right? What's the Judgment? To put in the hard work and effort, do some more inner work, pay attention to details. More page energy. I've without the Page of Swords, which was underneath the deck, and there's the Judgment again. We're observing to make a judgment, to make a decision call. We do put in work, put in the work and effort, because there is some timid energy. There is that beginning stages, that budding energy of love. What's the Four of Swords? Healing, Hierophant. Committed to her happiness. Enlightened. A higher understanding and true enlightenment here. There's the spirit guide right there with the Hierophant, and then the Sun brings enlightenment. So we can look at it that way, as well as we can look at to being committed to your true happiness, your ultimate happiness, because that's what the Sun is. Some people would say the Ten of Cups is, but then we still have that true commitment, that true understanding, that higher understanding of what happiness is. So we can't just foolishly jump into some things. Yeah, there it is, the presentation of love. Impatiently waiting. I don't know exactly what poem or limerick or writing or whatever it is, but I think we all may know it if we don't know it by now, depending on your age. Love is patient, love is kind, love does not falter, and I'm forgetting the rest. But the first beginning, it's true enough. Love is patient, love is kind. Love does not rush, love does not force, love does not bash you over the head and make you be fearful. Love does not rip the carpet from underneath you while you're standing on it. Love is not pushing you down the stairs when you're already off balance. It's a lot, it's love is patient, love is kind. Clarify the Seven of Swords for me. Yeah, I'm making a judgment call. Maybe even sneaking and plotting and making a judgment. Boom, to open up and give and receive love. Following intuition emotionally. What's the Four of Cups? Acceptance of an opportunity, weighing options. Weighing options, putting it into some things and going after your desires. So it's kind of like cutting out a lot of things that have laid you down over and over again, things that kept happening over and over again. Using that intuition to move forward and go after what you want. Queen of Wands again. What's the Two of Wands? Choosing what actions to take internally and externally. I'm not going to do that again. Wheel of Fortune. Boom. New cycle. More for the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. presentation of love and taking action. So you both are taking action and presenting love. Devil energy, abandoning the conflict. Whatever has control over it, let it go. Feeling left out in the cold, maybe even abandoned, but then there's the energy of just leaving the conflict. What's the temperance? The deception, the moving in silence, the sneaking and plotting. Options and choices emotionally, balancing those things out. What's the Six of Pentacles? Equal give and take, reciprocity, which is a success, it's triumph. In learning, watching, learning, being a student, observing, right? What's the risk? Taking a risk to reconcile emotionally, come back together emotionally, celebrate, have a good time, enjoy each other, right? Even though there's a disappointment in the past, Five of Cups, Six of Cups, using your disappointment, taking a risk because there was disappointment, sadness, loss, and regrets about the past. Taking action, Queen of Wands, taking charge, right? But then there's some type of heartbreak. What's the heartbreak? Surrounding a new beginning in love. Wait a minute. It's feeling like it's not building. That's what you guys... It is. It's the Queen of Pentacles, though. That's what's underneath the deck. So, we have a lot of Queen energy out. So, it's a lot of nurturing, softer energies. We're not coming in hot as masculine no more than the actions being taken. The King of Swords in reverse is not speaking, not communicating, which is causing a tower moment as well. He's wanting to nurture it at this point. Maybe even not communicating is causing a tower moment. So maybe he's having a realization about communication within this. Maybe even needing to, or wanting to step that up because of the fears and anxiety. But we're still pushing forward. We're still, taking those actions with the Nine of Wands down here. Masculine seeing the growth potential here. He's healing. He's moving on to calmer waters. He's wanting to protect and grow this relationship. Maybe even protect his growth, his own growth and stability, right? Queen of Pentacles, they take care of themselves. We got very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Where was the Devil at the bottom of the deck? I want to say it was on the masculine side, but I'm not quite sure. And that may be just the obsessive thoughts. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Yes, they have. They have holding back, resisting union. Having a fresh start, wanting a new beginning, but presenting a new cup of love. But inside, behind that cup of love, is repetitive thoughts. It's very fearful in thought. Obsessive in thought. It's a lot of swords. He's a lot in his head. He's very much in his head. He's changing for the connection. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Boom. Moving on to calmer waters and trying to heal. So, nothing does that besides love, honestly. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. We have trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. And then we have children. Your love life is being affected by children. Wanting to come together. Taking a risk. You guys are both taking a risk, but reconciliation is maybe even disappointment. It's going to cause some sadness, loss, and regrets for surrounding children. Six of Cups here. A lot of cups. 3, 5, 6. Maybe even in the past. I feel like opening up about that may help with this heart-to-heart conversation as far as the trust and faith. That's that intuition. Follow your third eye. Follow your intuition. Make the judgment call to open up emotionally. Go ahead and give and receive love there. That's the heart-to-heart conversation I'm getting. Yeah, feminine. We have religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Yes, this is your Ten of Cups. Yes, things are hidden underneath. Yes, you want to take a risk, but you want to take a stable, solid, small step towards that risk. Illuminating that Hierophant, light being shown on that, just understanding higher knowledge, High Priestess and the Hierophant. That's that higher self stepping in. We got that spirit guides coming out. We don't listen to the ways of the world. We listen to the ways of the gods, the spiritual realm, our religion, our traditions, our beliefs, right? And then we got it is safe for you love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Queen of Cups. Seeing clearly. There's a lot hidden underneath that you can see through. You have the Ace of Swords. You have that. You're taking that small step of friendship and towards a leap of faith. It's a burden. It feels you look or appear to be weighed down and oppressed and all this other stuff, but you're still taking that small, say, it's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind type thing. It's okay. We're opening up to spirit guides, and they're not going to lead you astray. So don't worry. This situation is asking for trust. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, feminine. So no need to further look. Balance things out and take that step forward. Let's get some clarifies. Masculine's wearing a mask. I feel like he's trying to hide those fears. He's not moving as fast. Internally being independent and stable and successful on his own. He feels like there is a lack of control, but he's still going forward. So things are growing. It's just not all the way there. Very soon. Sudden wealth. Yeah, it's sudden. It's soon. There's going to be an abundance of what you want. You just got to come out of that. You got to decide. Blocking out, making a decision. So he may be indecisive with this King of Swords in reverse. The Seven of Wands blocks. Two of Swords is also blocked mentally in two minds, right? There's some growth though. Codependency, he needs to put into that. Some toxic energy, there's a closing of a cycle to that. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Privileged lady, I assume this is the building. The 12 represents 3. 3 is collaboration, building, right? Privileged lady. Heart-to-heart conversations. Thief. Not really balanced, not being taken upon, actually being taken away. Heart-to-heart conversations are not happening. Trust situation is calling for you to have faith. This is a high honor. Just believe in that. Believe in the honor that you found someone. Believe in the fact that you're protected. Believe in the fact And trust in the fact, I'm going to go back to the trust as well. Um, Having faith and trust is a high honor, because not only do you trust your own decision making, you're trusting in the divine, you're trusting in higher source, you're trusting that things will work out in your favor, you're trusting that you're protected, you're trusting that you're being guided down the right path. That's what the third eye is, where you can make a judgment call to open up emotionally. What's children? Yep, that's what's on the pathway. Children are affecting your love life. It's on the pathway, but again, it's to great fortune. You guys are to have one of the strongest, stable, loving situations possible, knowing that you're not in a situation that is going to lead to heartbreak and pain. Just trust that, because what you, again, we all heard it. What you think about, you bring about. So if you think negative, you produce negative. If you think positive, you produce positive. Religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. You got poverty. It is putting an end to that lack mindset, because we open up to spirit, guys. We have that enlightenment spiritually, right? We have those clarities through the things that we don't know. It is safe for you to love. Marriage. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. For marriage, if that's the goal and that's what we're working towards, guess what? That's what it is. This could be the one. Maybe a little concern there. We did have the Nine of Swords come out, but it's in actuality we're balancing that out, and we're becoming a little bit more optimistic. So that goes with the it's safe to love. This could be the one. I'm sorry. Ooh. It's safe to love, and this could be the one. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner. So balance out your energies. Go ahead and take that step forward towards optimism for a change, right? All right, let's get some outgoing messages. Outgoing messages. All right, for Master. Whoa. He may be energetically running. I do not feel. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so the thoughts, the repetitive thoughts, the fears, the anxiety is causing him to slightly run. But again, there's still growth and transformation happening. Unable to make a decision. The runner in codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. I'm getting more of that repetitive thoughts, fear of intimacy. We're holding back from union, laying that firm foundation, right? We got the snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. Maybe some deception, maybe even protecting himself, blocking himself off from making a decision. The inability to make a decision has caused the tower moment with some negative energy or forces around him. We're not going to dig deep into that, because again, those repetitive thoughts comes with the devil, negative energy, codependency, which again he's putting it into, so it doesn't really matter now, does it? Cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Boom and boom. Twin flames, yin, yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. Um, I do feel like he's going through a transformation. Maybe even putting it into a connection, maybe even transforming a connection, but again, or transforming this connection, transforming himself for the connection. It could be so many different ways, and it could be all of the ways. So, never know. Not going to harp on it. Heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. We have that Five of Pentacles out there, which internally we're moving on from calmer waters and healing, so we're not gonna harp on that either. Mutual energy. Okay. All right, karmic relationship, fleeting triggers, turmoil, lessons, letting go and loving you. So again, that's that balancing out after a painful ending. Things kept happening over and over. Surrendering, giving up, putting into it, going after your desires, putting that, put it into some things. That's why I said the fleeting and triggering. We're gonna follow our intuition. We're gonna go with our emotions. We're gonna listen and follow our third eye. Have trust and faith, right? And then we have coffin. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. We're shifting. The energies are shifting at this time. We got soulmate, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. We've already established that. Not enough. We got frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. I'm getting more fear-based on both parts because Nine of Swords did come out. Eight of Swords on the part of thinking over and over again for masculine, and as far as feminine, there's just some type of concern about what she's seeing. So she's starting out with page energy, taking action towards the beginning of something, because the page develops. It's the ace, then it's the page, then it's the 2, the 3, the 4. You know what I'm saying? It escalates after that, the actions that are being taken and built towards. But at this point, we're taking baby steps. We're following our intuition. We have the 3 of Wands. We're patiently waiting with the Hermit and High Priestess. Things are hidden underneath, but we're moving in silence, right? We got both. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. I'm getting progression at this point. We're balancing things out. We're tempering that devil energy. Not enough. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, fear of ego, jealousy. Maybe just a frustration because we have to put into some things and go after what we want. We need to juggle some things and balance some things out. Weigh our options, right? On how to go after what we want. There's that abundance energy. Now look at this. Abundance. Opening up, right? Opening up to spirit guides. Opening up to the abundance of what the spirit guides are taking or asking of you. Full energy, right? Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. Boom, there you have it. We got that happiness. We got that commitment. We got that marriage. We got all of that. We have golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Maybe that's a part of that hermit energy. Seeing through the unknown, being the Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups energy. Presenting love, living in lending a listening ear, but I'm still moving in silence. I'm not taking no action. I don't have any action cards besides the Chariot, and Chariot is just the energy of moving forward. It's not actually physically moving forward. It's the energy of forward movement. So keep that in mind. The golden mirror, we already said that. Talking, interested in conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hovering. So it's kind of like there's some type of hint of communication. So she is wanting to take those steps and put in the work, and she's committed at this point. It's not It's not anything that she's wanting to hide, I don't feel. Photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. I do feel like there is a missing energy because I do have the energy of love with the Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, but you know, there's the heart with the key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. And again, that's where we get the Ten of Cups from. It's the heart with the key. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. I'm not getting this shocking attack. I'm getting more of that heartbreak, some of that pain, needing to temper things out, getting stable, getting grounded. I'm not getting any internal negative energy from feminine. What is this? Two of Cups, moving forward towards the relationship. Page of Cups, putting in the hard work. I do not get any negative energy whatsoever. So I think that's just more of the separation. Underneath the deck, someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So there may have been a message that came about, but a lot of this is kind of keeping a positive mindset, opening up to the abundance, taking that risk, taking that leap, getting inner wisdom, being patient, waiting. Masculine, things are still growing. I feel like you're a little bit behind the curve from feminine, being a little bit more open to it. The fearful and repetitive thoughts, the holding back, the kind of undisciplined side of you, I'd like to put it into that. I do want to see a little less in your head, a little bit more emotion internally, and we'll be moving and cooking with some fire here. But that's all I have for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, keep a positive mindset, as the card says. But again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye. See you guys tomorrow.